of chatting with ministers. Well, we won't be speaking about the budget. We'll be speaking about the SEA results, which will be released from today and will continue until they have all been dispensed. So in a little bit, I'll be speaking with the Honorable Nyan Gatsby-Dolly, who is the Minister of Education. And
so
actually,
you better put a doctor in front of that. So you better put some respect on her name.
Oh yes, there's a lot of respect on the name, and I am going to be chatting right now, actually, with the Honorable Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolly. Good morning, Minister.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. And today is the big day for so many children and for so many parents as well. What can you tell us about the SEA results today?
Well, yes, we have over 19,000 students who wrote SEA today, which is a high for the SEA over the years. And so, yes, we have 19,000 children and parents who are, at the point today of very nervous and looking forward to the results that they have today.
I could only imagine, and the nerves that come with it as well. And, some children are very anxious today. One of the questions I want to ask, though, is why are they being given out in person rather than online?
Well, the SEA, it's reasonable to give it out in person given the way that it has been arranged. So the students and one parent have to come in, they collect their results. They don't congregate on the school compound, they don't open their envelopes. They have it and they go with it. And they have in their hand their placement slip, which is very important, a very important receipt for the student and the parent. So because it's reasonable to work it out this way and they get their slip in their hand, then that is the approach that has been taken.
And do you have any guidelines for both the parents and the children today as they go to receive results?
Yes, so it's restricted to one parent with the student. They are going to get their individually packaged placement slip as well as the SEA booklet that is prepared from the ministry with all the information they should need. And there's to be no congregation on the compound itself. There's to be no opening of the results on the compound either. So the parents, it's a very in and out operation so that the protocols can be obtained. Of course, at the school, the different protocols which set to sanitization and washing hands will be enforced. Masks, of course, will be worn. So those are the protocols that we ask parents to observe as they enter the school, collect their results, and quickly leave the school compound with no congregation and therefore the lowest risk, of course, of transmission of the virus.
And what is the estimated amount of time in regards to days that this process will be undertaken?
In days, you say?
Because I know they'll be given out from today. Will that continue? Will they continue for a few days, or can it all be done in one day?
Oh, we wouldn't expect that there'd be any parent who would not get to the school today for their results. So certainly we expect that within an hour, schools should be able to distribute their results.
And what message do you have for the children today, Minister?
I want to say to all of our children and our parents that this is a very difficult time that our children who have wrote this particular exam have been through. SE is always a difficult time, but this one is going to be even more challenging because these children would have been 2 weeks away from their exam when we would have had to shut the schools down, and they would have had the whole period of uncertainty as we all did, wondering whether we would be able to have the exam. We are very happy, and many of the children have expressed that they are happy that they would have been able to write the exam, and so we really have to honor these little champions because they have come through a very uncertain and difficult time and shown resilience and commitment. And whatever the results, this system that we have employed, that we are employing currently, gives you the choice. And not everyone is going to be able to pass for their first choice, but that does not mean, of course, that you have failed in any way. It means that you have now a passport at a different level. And I want to congratulate all of the students and the parents and the teachers who would have worked so hard with these students. And I want to encourage children to know and to understand that not passing for your first choice does not mean that you have failed and you are not going to achieve. I want to ask all students and parents to focus on the next level. Having surmounted this one, focus on the next level. What's next for this child, and how do we achieve those goals? And so, if we look that way and look forward, then it would lessen the tendency to look back and to, be sad about not passing for the first choice. Look forward and set your goals on what's next. And to those who have to resit the exam, you are being given another chance to, again, look forward. What's next on the agenda? And if next is doing the exam again, it means that you have another chance to look at what you have to improve on in the next try and to go again. So that is my message for today. Look forward to what's next.
Very well said, Minister. And how has this current term been progressing, considering the changes that have been made and the need to go online?
Well, I think generally the term has been progressing well in terms of students being able to make transition, parents and teachers. It's a very, very difficult transition to make. I myself, I have 2 children, so I myself am in the throes of that transition to the online. And I think given the circumstances, I want to really congratulate parents, teachers, and students for, putting themselves into that space where, okay, this is where we have to go to be able to be engaged and making that transition. There are parents who are working very, very hard. There are teachers who are actively upskilling, taking advantage of all the courses being offered by the ministry and doing their own upskilling as well. And students are making that leap. So I would say generally, in terms of that transition, I think we're on target where we want to go.
And Minister, what a time it is to be the Minister of Education now during this pandemic. I just want to find out, how is it that you are able to, how have you been meeting the challenges, these new and unique challenges that has been posed, considering you are now at the helm of the ministry?
Well, it is a very steep learning curve to be at the ministry itself, and then the entire country is undergoing this particular learning curve together with respect to making the leap to the online education that has become necessary. So it's been a lot of reading, a lot of consultation, a lot of understanding the system at the ministry, and then looking towards what we have to do, a lot of planning, a lot of analyzing, a lot of data gathering. So it's been quite an interesting time. It is an exciting time to be in this position, and it's a time where one has to challenge yourself. You challenge oneself and you look at what has to happen, and it's a time for understanding leadership as everyone makes the transition, including the staff of the ministry, makes this transition into getting us where we all know we have to be. So it's exciting, it's challenging, and above all, it's a time where we all have to understand and work together to get where we want to go.
And do you have a final message to the parents one more time before we go, Minister?
One more time to the parents. We are the ones that are the bastion for our children. So therefore, children will feed off of our energy to a great extent. So parents, whatever the situation, even if there are private disappointments, I want to encourage you to encourage your children to you stay calm. You show them that whatever the result, you are looking forward to the future. Give them positives of whatever the situation is, and let them know most of all that you love them, that you are not disappointed if they have not passed for the first choice, and you show them that joy and that pride that you are feeling for them, and they will feed off of your energy. So I want to say congratulations to the parents, because a lot of you, especially in this time, will have made that journey in an even more significant way with your children. And this is a time to celebrate the future. So that's my message to the parents. Celebrate the future with your children today.
That's right. Very well said, Minister. And again, you lead by example. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. And of course, we'll be chatting with you again soon to speak about the budget. So I look forward to that conversation as well. So you have a great day, Minister.
Thank you, and same to you.
All right. That's Minister, the Honorable Dr. Nyan Gadsby Dolly, Minister of Education.